No, we want it. Yeah.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to High Vibes with Nina Bailey. Hello. He's like making his grand appearance with us. He's not taking a nap, so yay. And so we'll see how long he holds this beautiful space for us.
Yes. Whoops. He's starting to go.
No, don't go.
He's
And so yes,
starting to
welcome to High
go.
Vibes, and myself, Jemaa. I'm Jemaa Sonciré, and so we are going to be discussing. We're going to talk about our favorite essential oil. I don't know how many I
Yes.
just picked one because I have
I
several.
have two. And
You have two, okay.
I'm Nina, by the way, as we all know.
Yes.
And Bailey. And welcome. Hi. Yes. But I have two oils. So because I use them every day. So
Okay.
yes.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna try and keep him with us, but I think he starts to. Yep.
Oh, look, he's already.
He's clearing the energy.
That's
and
not a sign. This is gonna be boring. Don't yawn. And so Nina, tell us about yourself.
Oh yes, I'm an animal communicator, intuitive Reiki master, energy healer, and this is Bailey. He's also highly intuitive. He sees spirits. He lets me know when a lot are around, and yes, happy to be here, and and happy early Thanksgiving week, I guess, right?
Yes. Yes, so much to be thankful for.
Right. Yes. Very grateful for everything.
Yeah.
Just as I am very grateful for him to be being on this path with us, right? He's looking like, okay.
So
well, he's like, amazing. I'm just gonna protect y'all and just hold space and stay in guard.
That's right. So we'll just get right to it before he leaves. And so why don't you start? What essential oils?
Yeah, so we're just talking about essential oils, which I know that we all use many, many different oils and many different companies. And there's so many ones out there. I use two every day that I put on, usually like I just put it on my skin, like on my wrists. And so I use frankincense and rose. Rose is a very high vibrational oil. It's basically from the rose petals or rose tree plant, I guess. And it's basically, as a few have called it, it's like the feel good hormone oil. It's like when people say stop to smell the roses, there's a reason. The smell of the roses, it increases our endorphins and it just elevates our moods. And yeah, it's always great to stop and smell the roses. There's a lot of things that rose oils does. Okay, so he's just going to stay in guard for us all. He'll hold the space this way.
Yeah, I love it.
So there's a lot of things like rose oil can balance our hormones. It relieves anxiety, improves depression. It increases your libido. It has been used for grief, nervousness, coughs, wound healing, and it's generally good for your skin. Allergies and headaches and anti-inflammatory.
Awesome. That's amazing.
So I know there's
rose. Yeah, absolute rose. And it is pricey.
It's very pricey.
So what I do is I get the rose water mist. So it's just so uplifting.
Yes. Yeah.
And I get that online or at the health food store, but it's just, you just spray this mist on your face and it smells like rose, and I'll do all over, and it just, it's like.
Yes. Yeah. I have rose bushes. So when they're in bloom, a lot of times I will cut them because I know from doing flower essences, if you cut them when they're in bloom, and you can either boil them in water, you can just leave them in the sunlight and water and just get the essence. And then basically you have rose water. So that's an easy way to have rose water.
That's right.
But the rose oil, that's a whole different process.
Yeah. Yes. It is.
And one of my other favorites is frankincense.
Awesome.
I use frankincense. I use it a lot for just like I put it on my brow line and I put it on the bottom of my feet for grounding, but it's for basically like negative energies that you want to steer clear of. It is also for like gut functioning. That has been used for like also indigestion. It's been used for centuries for like bronchitis, asthma, cough, halitosis. It is also an anti-inflammatory, so it is good for inflammation of the joints, reduces heart rate, high blood pressure, and it's good for oral hygiene and gum and for your gums. So it also has strong antibacterial properties. And as we all know, that frankincense was one of the first gifts given to Jesus by the wise men.
That's right.
You know, so and I know growing up Catholic, and every mass you'd go to, they would be walking down the aisle diffusing the frankincense, which I love frankincense. It's like that smoky, woody smell, which I think it either resonates with you or it doesn't. You know, but it's also kind of a pricey oil as well.
That's what I have right here. I have my frankincense, but that's not the oil. I brought a lot. Yeah.
Different ones. Yeah, and you smell it, like you can smell it. You can put it on your skin. It's all different ways you can diffuse it throughout your home. So many different ways for the oils because they all uplift or, you know, whatever their property is.
And there's a lot of there are tons of, like you've mentioned, a lot of them healing properties that we're not even aware of. We just think, oh, it's a smelling oil, and you know, but there's actually health benefits to these essential oils. Yeah. And when you do put frankincense on the bottoms of your feet, that really, because it penetrates quickly into your body and helps with all of, like the healing that it does. Yeah.
And putting it at the bottom of your feet, your body's able to absorb it all the way up through your body, through your system. It's kind of like with us standing on, you know, the Mother Earth's energy in the ground. You're pulling up Mother Earth's energy through your body. And so it's the same thing with oils. I mean, everything's all connected.
It is. It's just
and they've known how to do it, for a long time.
Yeah. And I think because that's why I carry these around with me. I have a whole, I'm only going to share one though after we talk, but the frankincense, it helps with skin, like tightness and building your own collagen in your, you know, skin. So I just do a drop of the frankincense, and I do a drop of the oil that I'm going to share in with like evening primrose oil and gels. And then because that helps with, because you know, I'm in the transformation stage of becoming a crone. I guess it's called menopause. So so I like to like really slather. I've been like hardcore, like day in the morning and night. I've been doing this whole face regime, and like it's amazing. So that's what frankincense also.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And I think it does elevate our moods.
It does.
Okay, so your favorite oil?
So so the one that and so we have to be careful where we get our essential oils too, because a lot of them are not good out there. So some even bigger companies that, you know, are out there just isn't pure, or they add stuff to it that doesn't keep it at its natural, you know, high potency. And so and so
you just need to tune in.
Get them at what's that?
Well, I was just saying, you just need to tune in to see what resonates with you.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of ways to do that. You can muscle test and just see if it resonates with you, if the oil is the frequency where you need it to be.
Yeah. Or do your research on the company as well. So that too.
Yeah.
So so both the spiritual and practical merging. And that's how we actually have to like really do things nowadays.
Everything. Everything.
You know, I'm like I do my muscle testing. I'm like, and my kids will catch me and they're like, what do you need to know?
Oh, right. Yeah. I always like those. That one does not work. Like that doesn't, those with the thing doesn't work for me. I have to stand up and go forward or backwards. And that's a little harder when you're like in a restaurant or somewhere, but you know, it's much easier to do with your fingers if you're able to do. Yes. Yeah.
But sometimes, a lot of times it's maybe false because, you know, because you have to really discern between your higher self connecting with your muscle testing, because that's the true, you know, answer that you want to get, opposed to your ego quickly.
Yes. So as to what, yes. Yeah, because if you're not neutral, you can manipulate that.
Yeah, I've done that.
So, I mean, we are powerful beings. So
we are.
You can kind of manipulate. I mean, even with dowsing, like using a pendulum, you have to be really centered and grounded and neutral so that you get the actual outcome, as you're saying, from your higher self and what your soul is asking for. Otherwise, we can be like, oh, I really want this. Well, that's not necessarily the best one.
Yes. I need that $500 crystal.
Right. Yeah.
I saw a funny meme. My guides laugh. It was so funny. My guide's laughing at me at the magical angel number 444. Oh, it means I need to buy this crystal.
Yeah.
I laugh so hard because yes, that's me. I'm in the crystal store. Do I need this crystal? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
We're getting off subject. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, so my essential oil is that I'm loving, and I'm just like I've been using it and working with it, and it's just so healing, is geranium.
Oh, yes. I knew, I had a feeling you would say that one. Yes.
Gosh, oh,
it's awesome.
Amazing, because I think it smells so good. However, some people might not think it smells good. And that means, because what geranium does is works with our heart chakra. And so if we need to work on our heart chakra or open up our heart or bring more love in, we might have a repulsed sensation around smelling geranium. I'm loving it because I'm just like, because I'm working on my heart chakra, and I'll rub it there, but I'll also put it on my face along with the frankincense, because it is a wrinkle fighter.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and just a little bit,
We
because
all need that help.
it is so the fine lines, wrinkle fighter. It also will help with like scars and dark spots on our skin. It is known to fade those as well. It's also good for muscle toning. So that's another reason why I'm using it on my face. But if you just put it in your diffuser as well, it's going to get in your body. You're going to, feel good, and hopefully tone up all those muscles in the whole body. You can use it as a deodorant, which I think is really cool. And I do essential oils. I mean, I have a favorite deodorant from the online store that I shop at, where I get everything, and that's where, you shop at the same store. So if anybody wants to know what store I'm talking about, please message me privately and I will share that with you. So deodorant, it's also an insect repellent. So
Yep.
if, for those like fake mosquitoes that got released, I don't know, maybe it'll kill it on contact. And bug bite. So if you get a bug bite, just do a little dab. And of course, consult your doctor or physician with any of these essential oils that we're mentioning, and make sure you're not like really sensitive, because there's some there may have you out there, like my mom is very, very sensitive to smells, even natural essential oil, so she has to do just a teeny bit to make sure she's okay.
Because you may want to diffuse it, like kind of maybe with water. I know there's a lot that I use with animals, which you can, but you really need to be conscientious and cautious, because you need to diffuse that with water, because sometimes they are too strong.
That's right.
For you. So just kind of test a little bit, as Jemaa is saying, to see how it works with your body.
That's right.
Well, I know geranium, the Egyptians used it for promoting beautiful and radiant skin. So as you're saying, it's wrinkles. I mean, because they knew what to do back then.
And I was going to say that with frankincense, that would go to our Egyptian, lineage. Well, I know I had a lifetime in Egypt, but I'm sure you did too. But I love frankincense and myrrh together. So that was like their revered essential oils. So but
and I think geranium is good for menopause as well, because geranium and rose kind of go hand in hand together.
Yes,
they both complement each other, because they're similar in smells, but they're little different.
That's right. And you can't combine them. So that's a whole nother, like how to combine your essential oils. Yeah. And so it's also good for reducing anxiety and depression. So again, that's probably, goes with the heart chakra. So if it's not smelling good to you, keep working with it. Put a little bit on the bottoms of your feet, like we do, with the frankincense. So yeah, so that's about it. Like that, there's so much more, but
there's so much more. And I do know that geranium is really good. Like I have went through different years of having various rashes on the skin, which I know that's your body's the biggest toxin to release any toxins, or your body's the biggest
yeah.
What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? To release of the toxins.
Yeah.
But it's good for like if you have eczema or any kind of skin disorder, it's really good for that. Make sure that you dilute it before putting it on your skin.
Yeah.
But it helps with anything that's congested skin or eczema or things like that. So it is helpful.
Yeah.
And there's so many different properties and uses that these oils have. We're just tapping into a few of them and suggesting, what we like.
Yep.
And what works for us.
And we'll just keep coming on it because this is fun. I love essential oil talk. So I'm like, since there's like hundreds of essential oils, we'll just keep
There's so many of them.
There's so many. And it's antibacterial. That's right. Like it's same as frankincense. That's why, it's good for skin and cleanses.
And I use like thieves a lot. That's for antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. And there's so many different oils. So
yeah,
it's whatever resonates with you.
It is. So so that's just that's our few of our favorites. And yours, the ones that you said are like yes, I almost did frankincense myself today. So I'm glad because I was like, I know I can get lengthy and in depth with what I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pick one.
Yeah. Everyone's perfect. Yes. Because I think we use so many of them all the time. I mean, when I take baths, oh my goodness, like I put in pine, I love lemongrass. Lemongrass is one of my favorites. I mean, because it's just so uplifting to me, but there's so many different ones. We could go on and on and on. And it's,
that'll be for another show. Another one of our high vibes episode. And so are we going to pull a card?
Yes. Yes. I was just shuffling some cards.
Okay, cool.
I am going to be pulling a deck from Dr. Stephen Farmer, Messages from Spirits of Nature Oracle, which they're very cool cards.
Beautiful.
And hold on one second. Let's see so I'm pulling the card for the collective conscious highest self of what we need to know for this day and week. Since we're walking into the week of Thanksgiving, it's lots of family and friends, and, we need to take some deep breaths as Jemaa is doing right now. And to see what we get. So what we pulled was is volcano release.
Do that before you go hang out with your family. Although I'm really blessed. I have an amazing family. I can't wait to go. We're driving down a couple hours away from where I live now to go visit and stay with them for a couple of days. And but I know most people or
it can be a very stressful time, right?
It's a very stressful time because some you don't get along with your family, but you think that you're required to go, or and you want to just show your love for your family, even maybe you don't get along, or and maybe some if you don't have family, and I'm like, my heart goes out to you this week, and just know you're loved and supported. And
well, I know, I mean, when you think about Thanksgiving, it's amazing because usually, like, I remember my mom, she would cook and cook and cook, and it's all this stuff she's cooking, and then in 5 minutes everything's gone, and leave the table and watching football or doing whatever, and then she's left cleaning. And it's kind of like, we just need to be grateful for everything that is in our lives and for the people in our lives, and however that looks. Just give gratitude and open your heart for the love of the people that are around you, and for what they're doing, and for the day of Thanksgiving or week, or however that looks.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people got together and called it a Friendsgiving.
We used to do that when I lived in San Francisco.
Yeah, awesome.
Because I wasn't flying home, and so we'd get a bunch of friends together, and and your friends are your family. So however you want to spend it. That's amazing. So volcano, let me just read a little bit about what it is, because it's very appropriate. Basically, it is saying that for a volcano to release, that you have probably been suppressing your emotions, that have caused considerable inner turmoil. You feel like exploding, but you hold yourself back for fear of losing control and possibly, just not doing harm physically, but just hurting others, maybe by the words that you're saying or just actions that you do. So this is saying no matter what your emotions are, instead of pushing them down, as society really teaches us to do, which is not healthy for our body because that ends up manifesting into a physical ailment in our body.
That's right.
So we need to learn to safely release and express them when they start to come up. So let the tears run down your cheeks, express your anger with words, allow laughter to erupt from your belly. There's nothing better than laughter. I mean, I love to laugh, and this one here just brings me so much joy and laughter. I just laugh all the time.
I love it.
And he's probably like, Mom, what are you singing? Why are you dancing? I mean, he's like, if someone was videotaping us, they'd be like, oh my goodness, which I'm sure my dad watches from the other side. But
I love it.
You can share your feelings with a trusted friend, keep a journal. And it's just basically saying, go exercise. You could do kickboxing or boxing or, anything that like kind of releases your emotions so that you're able to process it.
Yeah.
And then that way, releasing them gradually helps you let off the steam and leaves you relieved of the tension that's within your body. Yeah. So it's absolutely beautiful and so appropriate for the week of kind of clear ourselves, check ourselves, go for a run or meditate, do whatever you need to do to release that and process the energies before getting with your family.
Yeah. I love that.
Great
it is
card.
Perfect.
Great card. Okay.
Mix of emotions that happen during each holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Well, those are really the two big holidays that can bring all those emotions. Yeah.
And it's all back to back.
Release them. Yeah. Express them. That's a perfect card. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah. How about, yes. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and pull one.
So I am going to. I had shuffled it, one came out, but then I like to shuffle as like right in the moment of it. So I'm there we go. Okay. It's the same one. Which I'm glad because I was like, well, I should have just read that one. So this one is like really like the message that we are getting from our higher self in the collective for this week. For a message that we need to hear, and it's Saint John. So I'm picking from my herbal astrology oracle deck because we are doing essential oils and I'm loving herbs, and so I'm just like loving this deck. So Saint John's wort. And I can't believe I picked this earlier, but I was like, oh, I like to shuffle in the moment. So let's just see, like, asking like in the now question. And this flew out again. So this is definitely, and it's radiance. So after you explode on the volcano,
you will be radiant.
Radiant.
Well, and radiance, it's also like radiating. So you can use the geranium or rose oils for your skin to be radiant. And just your whole inner soul and spirit just to radiate that glow and harmony and peace. I mean, okay, that's awesome. But go ahead and read what it says.
It's like, so everyone is radiant. We just forget, so you are full of that light, you are love, your infinite soul. So be that, like, remember that. Let's see. Joy, warmth, resilience, happiness, understanding, manifestation, spiritual power, and protection. The midsummer goddess celebrates the multifaceted elements of life in a state of joyous abundance, reminding us that the wellspring of true wealth and healing is within. St. John's wort is here to remind you to cultivate practices deep within yourself to experience this enlightening truth. Avoidance and distraction from this great knowing are unconscious habits that build up and manifest as scarcity, fear, and low moods that inhibit you from walking your truth. St. John's wort grants us the spiritual courage of fire needed to navigate the depth of the old self. That's amazing because that actually works well with the volcano. So
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is like,
To work
say
through, go through all
go
the things.
deep, let those emotions out
Mhm.
and radiate with that. Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool.
Perfect. That is awesome.
There you have it.
Yes.
That was yeah, a lot of fun. So thank you for joining us. We always love getting on here and discussing.
Mhm.
I always have a hard time saying goodbye.
It's like, how do you wrap it up?
We
Okay,
wrap
well,
it
we
up.
can
Okay,
say you
bye.
can like, subscribe, and share
Oh
to
yeah,
our
that's right.
channels.
Okay.
That would be great.
Yes.
So we can.
Yep. Put everything in the description. Thank you, Nina. So yes, put everything in the description of what we talked about and our links to get a hold of us. And yeah, and I hope you have an amazing week.
Yes.
All right.
And happy early Thanksgiving for all of those here in the States.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
We'll
Bye
see
for
you on
now.
our next video.